What is up, everybody? Welcome back. We are finally back after a 3-month hiatus. We are finally back. The Art of Partying is back. 2023 is going strong. How is everyone doing this fine Saturday afternoon? UK Chris is back. We are ready to do this. We have so much to talk about. We have Halloween Horror Nights 2022 to talk about. My thoughts and Chris's thoughts on Halloween Horror Nights 2023, which Melanie will be going back to, and just a jam-packed show. How's everyone doing?
Right, well, yeah, mate. I'm good. I'm glad to be back. It's been quite a while, since I've been here. So it's nice to see you. Nice to communicate and talk about just random stuff as we always do, pal.
Absolutely. It's been a hot minute since we've been here, and apparently I froze up again. This damn thing. I hate you, sir. It's been a hot minute since we've been. I mean, that was a good 3-month break. I know everyone was wondering where was Birdie? Where was Birdie? On vacation, but I still annoyed everyone on our Instagram. Check out our Instagram. There'll be some stuff out there. I was, in fact, I'm pretty. No, not pretty sure. I'm pretty. Man. First beer of the day, and already I'm fucking up. One F for YouTube. Yeah, really.
No,
right?
you're fine, mate. You're well over the 7-second grace period, so you're okay there, mate.
Oh yeah, we'll talk a little bit about this right now. I brought this up on our Twitter, on our Instagram. YouTube's cracking down on a lot of people on the vulgar language. As far as the Art of Partying goes, I think we've matured enough to not go 14 seconds without saying "fuck" in every sentence. We're grown men. We've learned from 2 years doing this horse shit. So I mean, it's really going to screw up a lot of people. I mean, I don't know. We still don't know the criterias and what we can, how many F-bombs, how many shits we can say out here. I know they're letting hell go freely, but, this is really going to affect a lot of content creators because, God forbid, if they say something the wrong way, boy, and family friendly too. So I just want everyone to know to just be safe. If you're sponsored with anything, because they will monetize you in a heartbeat. Now, moving on from that, because I don't care about YouTube at this point. I really don't. I am drinking the Two Brothers Brewery. Get that in there. A local brew from Chicago. I really enjoyed this beer. It's their Pinball. I decided to spend some money this week.
Oh, nice. Fancy you, right?
Exactly, man. And I still smell that Detroit-style pizza that I had last night. Hell yeah, it was. Jet City Pizza, first time I had it.
I can't say I'm drinking anything special, mate. I'm on fucking Carlsberg,
Absolutely nothing wrong with that. We get what we could get. Once in a while. I'll tell you what, you might see me once in a while crack out at All Day IPA because it's $15 a 15-pack, so you can't go wrong with that.
Wow, yeah, $15, which is what, about £13 in our money for 15. I believe so. That's not too bad. Like, I think I pay about $15 for 18 cans of this. So yeah, it's not too bad.
And my lovely wife Melon is over there.
I'm a little sick.
She's under the weather right now. Will you be able to get me beers from the room?
Do you need one?
Yes, please. Thank you. I have the room. See, you know what? This is what I love about living in Chicago. When it's really cold out there, there's no need for a refrigerator. You just open up a window, keep the beer cold. Heck, for you guys that live in Chicago, and I just want to say this right now. Florida, your weather was awesome, but fuck that hurricane. Fuck that hurricane. We're gonna get in. Let's talk about that a little bit here. Let's talk about our first time. Thank you, my love. Our first time, or Mel's first time at Florida, Orlando to be specific, and my long-awaited return to Florida. What'd you think other than that ridiculous fucking hurricane? So for people that don't, whoever was out there,
It was Hurricane Ian.
It was Hurricane Ian. We knew nothing about that until we got to the airport. And I told Chris about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Until we landed?
Yeah, we got to Florida. We overheard someone talking about the hurricane, remember?
I knew nothing. We knew nothing about it. Everything was all good. We woke up, everything was sexy, and then all of a sudden it was sexy. Even being in the mouse's house when they frown upon that. Excuse me. Well, when we get to the what's it called? Yeah, I knew nothing about this. First of all, your airport is ridiculous. There's so many. Chris, I'm not joking you. We land. I'm like, yeah. All of a sudden, we get lost trying to find the luggage.
No, we went to the right place the first time.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but we ended up being lost there.
There were so many fucking twists and turns everywhere. I've never seen merchandise of Universal until I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Fix that, Florida. Thoughts on that, Chris?
Well, you know what? I knew obviously there was a hurricane coming. Obviously, you watch enough news, you get all the sort of shiz on it, don't you? Really? I was paying close attention to you and Mel, and obviously messaging you and making sure everything was okay. You got to be a bit worried on that front, don't you? Really, because obviously we don't get them in the UK, so we don't really know the trajectory of how bad things are when it comes to sort of natural disasters. But yeah, I felt for you both because you've been gearing up for this for well over 12 months to go.
Yep.
And then this thing just sort of appears and boom, it ruins your holiday per se. I know you guys did what you did when you were there, but you could have done without a flipping hurricane, bustling through and ruining the first couple of days per se. But I'm glad you both went and enjoyed yourself. You know what I mean? So
of course,
hopefully this year you don't have that problem. You go there.
I'll tell you what. Well, I'm being from Chicago. We don't experience hurricanes, so that was. And bear in mind, this is a guy that her and me have been discussing may move down there. So I was like, okay, they get hurricanes. I don't know nothing. At first I was like, I was scared, but then I'm watching everyone. Mel could testify to this in our hotel. By the way, I want to say the Polynesian was great. It was a tropical prison. It was a tropical prison in two ways. If the bar was open more, I would be in paradise. But they closed the bar down. I had no way to get beer. Who was it that was going down? That one couple that was coming up to their hotel with about 5 bottles of wine. I was like, man, I should have asked her for a bottle if she can score me a bottle of wine or something, man. You couldn't get beer for shit. So the bar, I think the first night we stood at Trader Sam's.
It was Trader Sam's the first night.
That was a fantastic bar. We couldn't get in. That place was so packed, and I was, oh, shit. You have to be, what was it? See, she knows all this stuff. I'm.
You have to wait in line, but even waiting in line is kind of tricky because there are people waiting for hours, 2+ hours.
Yeah, it was. That was good to see you, buddy. We're back. 2+ hours. So me and Mel are like, you know what? The hell with it. We'll just go to what's it called? They have a patio out there. God, was that what's it called? Peaceful. If you're thinking of staying on Disney property and you have the money, ladies and gentlemen, stay at the Polynesian. I can't say enough good things about it, even though it was a tropical prison. I can't say enough things about it. Hey, I'd rather be in captivity knowing that I have an open, Captain Cook's. I think we ate everything off the menu.
Yeah.
And I mean everything.
Bit of a shame you couldn't get yourself, some more beverages when you were there. You know what I mean? That would have pained me. But I'm assuming there was a shop, but the shops open. You could have gone to a supermarket. Could you not go grab beer from there? No.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird because when I could have, but boy, did those hotel guests rate it. They rated that whole liquor thing, right?
And even the little convenience store they had, it was cleaned out.
Oh, the Moana Merc, yeah, they cleaned that out. They knew. I mean, like I said, the only bar that was open was a Tambu Lounge, and that was upstairs. And they had really good cocktails. I enjoyed it. I think that and Trader Sam's was my favorite of the whole experience. But other than that, it was so we lost. What did we lose? Wednesday and Thursday, which was supposed to be Melanie's Universal Day. And we lost that, but we managed to salvage it, as you can tell. We did go to Halloween Horror Nights. We'll get into that a little bit later on in the show. We went to Mickey's Not So Scary Tuesday. It rained, so I'm predicting that's going to happen when we go out there. Was it an opening night?
Yeah.
They're Chris. They're notorious. It's going to rain opening night. I already know it.
I know all about fucking rain, mate. I live in the UK. We get nothing but flipping rain, do we? So it's a usual life cycle in the UK with rain. Flipping hell. Why most UK people are miserable. Weather is shite. You're lucky over there. Like, you know, you're going through your cold winter at the moment, but Christ, when you have hot summers, we still have fucking rain.
Let me tell you something, and she can testify to this. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. How was it waiting in line Saturday?
For what?
The second day of Halloween Horror Nights, we waited in line with this nice couple. We forgot where they were from. They were from Florida, right?
Oh, the engaged couple? Yeah.
Yeah. They were from Florida, and holy fuck, was it hot. Whoa. What happened?
I was sweating.
Oh, my God. And I want everyone to know something. If you're planning on going when we did or we're going back at opening night, don't get it in your head that, oh, it's going to be nice and cool down there. I'm going to let you know something right now. We were out there in the middle of September going into October. It was colder here. We were sweating. I make no exaggeration. My shirt was covered. It was drenched in sweat.
Lovely. I'm sure that would have been a sigh for sore eyes, that one there, mate.
Oh, Christ.
I wouldn't flipping mind going somewhere hot in that, September, October time. Christ.
I wasn't expecting that level of heat, though. I was like, okay, whatever. But now that I realize, I was preparing for this for a while, and I have to get ready because when we go out there, if opening night is, speaking of, if opening night is where I predict it is, we're going in what? The transition into summer into to fall, right?
But it's still very hot out there.
Oh, God, yeah, it is. Oh, God, yeah. And I'm hoping, and this is where it gets hoping, if opening night falls on a particular day in September, I will be celebrating with everybody. What I mean by that is if Halloween Horror Nights opening night happens to open up September 1st, please don't hesitate to celebrate my birthday with me at the park at Halloween Horror Nights. You don't have to buy me a beer. I'm not expecting anyone to buy me drinks.
Buy him a beer.
What was that now? Who's lying?
You.
I would like our one fan to buy me a drink. That's all.
Get him a beer. He'll enjoy it. Get him a beer. Get him plenty of beers. Get him legless.
I'm telling you. Yeah, okay. Let me tell you. I couldn't get drunk for shit out there.
No, you had like 10.
I had 10 what?
Drinks.
I had all the drinks, as you could tell. Fear and Beer can testify to this. This is the souvenir cup that you get all the drinks with. I had I couldn't get drunk. I really couldn't.
Well, I suppose, you know what I mean? You're not there to get drunk, though, are you? You know what I mean? It happens when it happens. So you're there to enjoy yourself. You and Mel going on holiday, doing the Halloween stuff. You weren't there to get drunk necessarily, were you? So it doesn't really matter, does it? You can get drunk anytime.
Exactly. And another thing is, too, she really couldn't enjoy all the drinks because Mel is sick. Excuse me. So she couldn't. I think if you were to ask me what my favorite drink of 2020 Halloween Horror Nights, what was it? 31, right? Because we're going to 32. This last year was 31. This year will be 32.
Yeah, this year will be 32.
Okay, so 31. If you're wondering what my favorite drink was, my God, I couldn't have this.
I think you said you liked the weekend one.
The weekend one was great. It's a tie between that and that bog juice. That was really good. I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. It was.
Do tell. Explain to the people
what was in it or what it looked. What was in it? Man, I wish I had for that. I don't really know what was in it. What was it? Gin.
I know it had bourbon in it.
It had bourbon. The weekend one or the bog juice or both
It's both. Do both. Explain to the people what they were. Man.
The weekend one had bobas. I know that. Yeah. It had bobas. It had bourbon. I think Canadian whiskey because he's Canadian. And I have no clue what the other one was. But that damn thing was tasty. It was tasty. The second bog juice, I couldn't even tell you what was in that. That pumpkin one was good. They had another one, I forgot what it was, pumpkin some bullshit, but my God, it tasted like a pumpkin pie.
Is that more like Christmassy though, isn't it? Pumpkin, isn't it? Well, Halloween, Christmassy, you know what I mean? All that shiz. Like,
I mean, did I give you a little bit of some of it?
Yeah.
The pumpkin, what did that taste like to you? Like a pumpkin pie? The pumpkin,
Like pumpkin juice.
like pumpkin juice, but spiked. It tasted like, what's it called? See, that's another thing. When we go back out there next year, that's her day. She has 2 days of Harry Potter.
no, fun times.
Oh God, I went into Diagon Alley.
No, you said we're going to Disney Springs and then one day Harry Potter.
Oh, I never said that.
No, that's what I want.
Oh, what was that now? You want one day Harry Potter and one day? Oh, so okay. I went into Diagon Alley. Holy shit, was that packed? I was not expecting that kind of craziness at this. You're laughing because I wasn't expecting that.
I have the fish and chips.
Oh yeah, Chris, you walk in. Where was it? It was what behind?
Right at the entrance.
Come sit over here, please.
I will.
Huh?
Okay.
All right. Belle's gonna sit off on the side of the camera. I forgot where we walked at. Where was it? We were going into to go get butter beer.
Yeah, I wanted that.
That sounds interesting. Butter beer.
It was good.
It was good. It was like
I'm not gonna even shit on it. It was good.
it was like a pecan type flavor.
What did you say? A pecan? A pecan?
Whatever.
I'm not even making fun of you. I'm just saying. You mean pecan?
Do I take it Mel's going to be playing a Hogwarts Legacy when that comes out in a month?
I am.
This is all her. Go for it, babe.
I am gonna get the game, but I wasn't gonna get it on my Switch because that's what I play most of my games on. But the
Yeah.
Switch is the last console that's getting it. So I was like, fuck it, I got a PS5. So while I'll just play it when it comes out February 10th. Kind of bummed out it's not multiplayer.
Yeah, I'll see you there. My youngest likes well, she likes the sort of the stuff about Harry Potter. She doesn't watch Harry Potter, but she likes all the sort of the mythical sort of side of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have shown her videos of Hogwarts Legacy, but her notices me as, Daddy, you can be evil in it. Why don't you be evil in it? I'm like,
Yeah, no, you can be evil in it. You can practice dark magic. It's basically like an open world concept, like you choose your own path.
I will say this when it comes to this game.
What?
Let me. I have no words for. Let me get to Diagon Alley. Let me go to Nocturne Alley, and maybe I'll change my mind.
Well, you'll be playing the game before you go.
Christ, I know. It just dawned in my head. You're gonna make me play that game, aren't you?
You don't have to play it.
Okay then.
Because the deluxe edition is going to be like $70.
Oh hell no, I'm not playing that.
Yeah, I did see. You get, is it 7 days early? Isn't it 7 days early if you get the deluxe one? I'm sure it was.
Yeah, it's a week.
I don't know if that's what you're into. And I mean, I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but open world games and stuff like that is quite interesting, especially when you can be a bit of a prick as well. And I'm notorious for being a prick, as you well know, Albert. So
yes, I do. Those Red Dead Redemption days scarred me.
Well, no, it's exciting because Harry Potter hasn't really had a main series game. I mean, there's Harry Potter and Lego.
yeah, PS2 wasn't it? PS2 had all the Harry Potter games.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Why?
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. So I did tell Chris this when we were at Diagon Alley, right? I buy her wand. Again, I don't know. I will say, where was the wand shop at? Ollivanders, was that it? I don't know how these people can wait that ridiculous line. It was asshole to elbows in that place.
I know, people are rude. Yeah, that one couple who knocked me out of the way because they wanted to see the case.
You pushed them back real quick. You wanted to see, baby.
I didn't push nobody. Okay.
Good, so you fucking should be pushing them back.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So she elbowed this one couple.
I didn't elbow nobody. How would you know? You was trying to figure out how quick you could get out of there.
Exactly. I was looking for exit rooms. I was just like, how the fuck can I get out of here? Is there a back place to this fucking place? Because I'm like this, a sardine in there. I'm like, holy.
No, I will.
Holy hell!
It was pretty packed in there.
That's holy hell. I'm in there like, god damn. I'm all packed up, and she's having the ball of the the ball of the land. I'm like, all of a sudden I see elbow. Let me see what's in that case. I'm like, go for it. So she's looking, and I'm like, Oh God, please don't let me cost. This better not be $150. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, you're lucky I didn't get the trilogy set. All three.
Why would you do that?
Why not?
You couldn't use it in there.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, you know what? Seeing this, you know what I mean? You're supposed to love Mel. You should be taking it to London and taking it to the real Harry Potter world, then, really, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Albert.
Yeah, Albert.
Albert. Albert, what? You're getting 2 days of Harry Potter. Come on now.
No, she wants to go to London. She wants to go to the real places.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I have to show you pictures when we go back out there. You tell me if it's spot on with the London section.
Well, no, it's a lot of it's based in Scotland as well. Don't forget. So
Oh yeah, that's right, Hogsmeade. We didn't get to do that, so we only got to do Diagon Alley, and of course, a stupid thing comes up. You got to love the art of partying and computers that suck.
No, we were only dying on Alley for like an hour.
Yeah.
We had to go to HHN.
Yeah, because we got there pretty at a good time, but it was weird because they wanted you.
Friday we got there late because we thought we were just gonna stay at the hotel again.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did get there.
And
late.
we got there like around 4.
No, when we first got. No, here's what happened with that, and I will give credit to. This was all CC from CC. I was talking to her by the bar, messaging her. She had told me, I'm like, I don't know if they're doing it tonight, blah, blah, blah. She goes, let me check. Not 5 seconds, she messages me, they're doing it tonight. I'm like, you're joking. She goes, no, get down here now. So that's what I called Mel. I go, we got to go. They're doing Halloween Horror Nights. Let's get there as quick as we can. Within 10 seconds, boom, we hit that Uber. We were there. We went in the line. They're like, yeah, we're doing it. And it was weird because they didn't have stay-in screen. So they just let us out into
Thank God we're staying in Universal property because those Uber fees.
Oh, they were brutal. They were brutal.
We paid like $100.
How far are you traveling? How far are you traveling from?
We were going from the Polynesian to.
It's not necessarily. I could check the mileage. It was about like a 30-minute ride.
Let me ask everybody: can you hear Mel on the side?
Yeah,
if they can.
I can hear Mel.
Kristen, go ahead. I'll be right back. Be right back. I have to pee.
How is it so expensive? How is it so expensive? Did you say 13-minute drive? Why is it so expensive?
Because sometimes with like Uber, it was 30. So sometimes with Uber, they have like busy hours. So like when we had left, it only cost us $20 to get there. But when we had left at about 1:30, it cost us like $75 to get back from Universal to the hotel.
So it's sort of in most cases, and it's like double time, then, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
That's still they're extortionate fuckers, Uber drivers. I tell you.
I know. And then it sucks because like it's not just like I walk outside the gates and there's a car park. They have like a separate section for it, and like I gotta be all like, I'm in the green section, or like literally I felt so bad. I tipped the guy $20 because I spent 15 minutes like looking for him. I'm like, I can't find him. I was like, oh my God, we're gonna be left here.
I went to watch Machine Gun Kelly in Birmingham in the UK in October time. So just not long after you guys were in Halloween Horror Nights. And where I live, right, there's no Uber drivers. It's just taxis. So my friend, got an Uber. So this is my first experience with an Uber. Like, I didn't realize you had to follow the map and it, pinpoints where he is. Like, it was all new to me. Like, usually, you call a taxi and it appears. But, yeah, I find them just weird. Do you know what I mean? It's all obviously app-based, isn't it? So, I mean, for us,
it was weird because when we came up, for those of people that have never actually used an Uber to, like, I don't know if they have or not, leave comments. As the show goes, as we get into the season, before we get out here, leave comments about this Uber thing because we're not going to do it anymore. It was weird.
We are when we leave the airport.
But I'm not talking. Yeah, that's the airport. I'm talking about like when we go to the parks and stuff.
But I think at that point the parks will have something to get back to the hotel.
Yeah. I'm just saying when we did it, it was weird because. Oh, do I? Where?
No, you got it.
Okay. It was weird because they dropped us off, like it's up top. They drop you off, and then there was a series of fucking twists, turns getting into that place. No. Fucking Disney Springs was like a fucking maze.
I know.
A nice place. She wants to go back to Disney Springs. We got to enjoy that, but it's like they're What
I
was
want to redo for my Lion King latte.
the what now? Oh, you want to talk about that? Oh,
So
Chris, you're gonna love this.
So we went to Disney Springs, and I ordered a Lion King latte, very fancy. I put it down on the bench.
It was very fancy.
I put it down on the bench to talk to Bert for like 5 minutes. I looked down. There was a fly.
It was a bizarre fly.
It's the size of a freaking dollar coin because it was big. I was just like,
it was big and beautiful. Wow, I just said that. I know I'm gonna catch shit for that one.
So obviously, it enjoyed the drink more than you, then, yeah.
yeah.
It did.
I only got like one zip.
You got 2 sips out of it, and then all of a sudden, this creature flew in there.
And
I don't even know if it was a fly. It did, like, had colorful wings.
You're like, you want another one? I said, I don't want to wait that long as Joffrey's line again.
Yeah. By the way, I thought they were good. I brought some coffee back from.
Oh, Joffrey's was really good though.
Joffrey's was really good. That is their what? Poor man Starbucks. But no, all seriousness, I really did enjoy their coffee. I came back with 2 bags of coffee. They're alcoholic. I love coffee.
Coffeeholic.
I really am. If it ain't beer, it's coffee. Well, what did I come back with? I came back with what?
Nothing.
Fuck you, Chris.
You're using the F-bomb far too much for YouTube, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, we're going to get demonetized, right? All the fans ain't going to see the playback. Oh, well, it is what
No,
it
they
is.
will. It's fine. Albert, we discussed this last night. We're going to get
I
you
know.
on
I know. I'm just messing around.
we're gonna get you on audio.
Thank you. Yeah, that's another thing. Before we get too far into it, if something happens with YouTube, we're gonna actually put this on a podcast on his
Big Fight Weekly's
weekly podcast.
Spotify, yeah.
So if anything happens with YouTube, and here's another thing, if you guys can't catch the show today, it'll be up on the God, I like Chris, dude. That's not my field. That's all Chris.
We'll be up on Spotify, iTunes, and etc. One time we've done with the show, Albert will send me the audio, and I'll whack it on Big Fight Weekly, but it will be under Auto Partying. So hopefully, as long as I'm still with Sports Social, you'll see Auto Partying on Spotify.
Exactly. So we'll finally have our own real podcast instead of being pirated. Yeah, you're laughing at that. Another thing is too, I want to thank all the fans that stopped us at Halloween Horror Nights. I was not expecting that level of fame. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that level of fame. I forgot your name. I apologize. I really do. Guy stopped us. He goes, "Hey, you're Bert from the Art of Parking." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh man, dude, it's so nice to meet you. And there's Mel and this and that. Tell UK Chris I said hi." I'm like, I turned to her. I go, "What the fuck is going on here? I didn't realize we had fans." And thank you guys so much. They asked me what my favorite house was, which we'll get into. Like I said, more. I'm not making a decision just yet.
You've had well over a good couple of months to sort of work that one out, haven't you?
You know, we were going back and forth on Instagram and stuff like that. That's why I've said, we were always, just because we took 3 months off, Chris knows this, we were on Instagram.
Right.
Yeah.
Another thing with the Instagram is, I told Chris about this. We will be doing, there's going to be all right, let me do it right now. As far as the Art of Partying goes, Chris knows this. Mel was the one that came up with this. We will be doing 1 show a month, so I don't get burnt out. I still have music to do. What else? I have music, being a family man. My wife wants to go out more.
Yeah, we got my podcast in March.
She has a show to go to, podcasting. Then I'm going to go see one of my favorite bands in Chicago, Dope. Can't wait for that. So,
are they still going?
Hell yeah! I can't wait to see them at the House of Blues.
When is it you go see Dope? Then I haven't. I listened to Dope years ago, so it's like I didn't realize they were still touring.
Oh yeah, they're doing. It's them, Fear Factory, and Static X. By the way, if you're wondering if I'm staying for Static X,
hold on. Who's singing for Static X then?
They keep saying it's Enzel. Hold on, I got. It's April. What's the Static X show?
7th.
April 7th, Danny.
Let me check it.
Have they used the new? Because I know when they released their last album,
right? April 7th.
They used a lot of Wayne stuff, didn't they? I've not obviously. Have they released anything with the new singer? Because I just find it'd be strange without. Obviously, I know Wayne's not with us anymore, but
no, he's not. Hold on, real fast. April 7th. It's going to be at the House of Blues in Chicago, and I'll probably do a little live thing for you guys on Instagram. Remember, Instagram's going to have some more stuff, so we'll do a little something on there.
Make sure you pinpoint your tag your name in Instagram, matey.
I know that thing is no problem, brother.
So you're going there. I've got Blink-182 this year.
Yeah, you got to go see Blink-182.
First time. I mean, I know the whole riff-roll with the whole Blink tickets and the pricing and what have you. And I know that you guys in America, you were, well, obviously the ticket prices were disgusting. And I mean, I saw a lot of them complain about it.
Let me tell you something. We didn't even pay that much for Wasp. That's how bad it was. That's how bad these tickets are. We didn't even pay that much for Wasp.
For what?
For Wasp.
No, I mean.
Oh, for Blink-182, they want what? For us, they want like $300-400.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't pay that. I didn't pay that. I didn't pay that.
For my podcast tickets, and I got us VIP.
She got VIP. I didn't pay that much for Wasp.
Well, I paid $200, and that's because I got ticket protection in case they can't make it from the UK.
Okay.
So I paid $200 for both of us.
I think I paid. I think it was 60 pounds. So if I try and work it out in your money, I would say roughly about $80. So $80 per ticket. I mean, I thought. I mean, there was a lot of rumors, wasn't there, about Tom DeLonge coming back, and I just watched Machine Gun Kelly, which I know a lot of people don't like him, but him live, yes, for him live, you got to appreciate bands that are very good live.
That would be like me getting stuck watching Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, they're shit. I've seen them live. I've seen them many years ago. But no, obviously, I paid £30 for Machine Gun Kelly, so it was a bit of a jump. But I see how big Blink are doing the world tour. It's kind of a case of, will they do it again? Do you know what I mean? Because they fall out, don't they? And I'm bringing my lad. I took my lad to watch Machine Gun Kelly, so that was his first game. Different generation. So we're taking him to Blink-182, and I just, it's nice to see someone, listen to the same music that we did as we were growing up. Like
exactly. I mean, it didn't really like that. I mean, I was not show really bad because I was listening to their live album, and sure, I didn't even know they were touring with Static X, so I'm like, scoop that up real quick. So
I'm curious. Sorry to interrupt. I'm still curious with Static X because obviously I see them when Wayne was alive.
Yeah,
about
supposedly it's Enzo.
Have they released anything with him as a singer? Because I'd be interested to hear what they sound like. Obviously, without
I'm gonna have to double check. Well, that's just like Fear Factory. I'm interested to know Bert. I'm interested in seeing who's going to sing for them because Bert left.
I thought they had a singer, Fear Factory.
Dino still hasn't revealed who it is.
I thought they released a new song, didn't they? Last year with the new singer, didn't they?
I think they did. I mean, they were talking about re-recording that album that Bert was on, even though I think that's sacrilege. That's just me because I love Bert.
A very good singer. Yes, he was.
You're laughing because of his Bert. I get you. It has nothing to do with the fact that he's named after me.
The way you just said it, I love Bert.
I do love Bert. Oh yeah,
you're loving yourself. You're loving yourself. Yeah, but it's about listen. I that'll be also interesting. It's seeing bands that you listen to for so many years, and then obviously a lot of shit happens as new with a lot of bands. So to see them with different singers that you've listened to for so many years, very strange.
Oh God,
very strange.
We're gonna have the old school guys.
We had like 3 concerts planned out before the pandemic happened. Remember, we were supposed to go see Ask Alexandria.
Oh yeah.
We were supposed to go to
Bloodbath, and then that got totally shit canned thanks to, it just seems odd to me. These natural disasters happen. The Bloodbath incident with what's it called with the pandemic, and then the damn hurricane that happened when we were down there. By the way, I'm happy everyone is safe. When we're talking about the hurricane, my buddy Josh Travels, Beyond Josh.
I saw his video. But you did an Instagram video with him, and he was showing his side, and you saw plants and trees.
I'm just happy that he's safe. That's one of my good friends. The Tim Tracker, we believe it or not, our party and finally got to meet Tim Tracker. Ain't that a bitch?
I thought it was nice.
No. I'm not saying like in a fucked up way. Oh, you're making a joke. It was weird because a lot of I don't want to say there was heat between us and the Tim Tracker. There were some things said back then when I was immature. That was just for us to pump our name out there and to get us into the horror community. And I didn't bury him as bad as some of these guys did, but it was weird when we were in Pirates of the Caribbean. I noticed him. You can't miss that guy. What is he? What, about 6'4", skinny?
Is he 6'4"? He don't look that tall to me.
Is he taller than? I'm taller than him. Are you trying to say?
You probably are.
I mean, you can't miss this guy. So when I saw him, he was. I couldn't ask for meeting the most nicest person in the world. And shame on you guys for giving him shit. I know what happened, but shame on yous. He was so nice, and meeting Jen, his wife, Jen Tracker, Mel and her had a great conversation. I don't know what they were talking about. I talked to Tim for about 5 minutes, and
We were
then
just talking about the event.
she was so nice. She goes, "Oh my God, it's so nice to." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't." And okay, here's my interpretation of meeting him. I thought he was going to be, and excuse my language, I'm just going to say this now. I thought he was going to be a stuck-up asshole.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he feels the same way about you sometimes.
Probably. I can't be a douche. But I thought he was going to be a stuck-up asshole. One of the nicest persons I ever met in my life. Him, and we got to meet Nate Morrow. That was on our Instagram page, Mr. Morrow. And how that happened was I was outside smoking, and I heard someone mention, Major Mr. Morrow. I'm like, no way he's here. Sure enough, he was right there. Another sweetheart of a man. Very nice person. I got to meet him. Promise was really cool. I thought there was beef between us. Not. It's strange. I always thought this show had heat with certain vloggers, and they welcomed us with open arms.
Maybe you just overthink things.
We still have heat with a couple people. I'm not going to get into that, but
people they mostly just like authenticity. Like if you're authentic to yourself, then
the thing is, and Chris can admit to this, that's one of the things a fan told us. We're brutally honest. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. If something sucks at Halloween Horror Nights, something sucks at Disney, I will tell you. I have no interest of getting an endorsement, going here for free.
Right.
I'm just going to be honest with you. I hate to say it, certain YouTubers like to pump smoke up their ass, but we're not one of them. And that's where the heat came from for a couple, not a lot. There's just only a couple bloggers that dislike me. To them, I say, fuck you.
You've used that word a lot today.
Yeah, we're getting demonetized.
You've not monetized anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. I did it now as well.
No, seriously. To those people, to those vloggers that don't like us, you know what? I'm sorry. We're gonna change. As like I said, we're getting older. But
you mean you're the star.
What was that now?
You're the star.
Making it sound like I'm ancient. Last night I saw gray hair.
Yeah, working at that job, yeah.
Probably. To all our fans, we will always be honest with you. I have no interest in going to Halloween Horror Nights for free and video. With all the demonetization, I don't even know if you can even film in those houses now.
Free doesn't sound too bad, though, does it? Come on, Nike.
Oh, no, I know what you're saying, mate. But here's the problem with all the monetizations. I don't even know if you can film in those houses without getting busted.
Well, that's a liability.
What was that? The filming?
They could get taken down for copyright, yeah.
And that was my issue with that one YouTuber. That was the biggest issue with me. He filmed in that house without any permission. He went there at, what's it called? Cast member preview night. That was wrong of that YouTuber, and I will not stand by what he did. That's where the issue came from with me. He should have not have been allowed to film in that house on a Thursday for cast member preview night. That was wrong on him. And
but is that a case of him spoiling the house? Is this what you're getting at now? No.
What bothered me? No, because what bothered me was how can you sit? And I'm not going to give this guy any press whatsoever. Okay. He went on Twitter and said he was invited. Okay, you're going to tell me you got invited over Nate Morrow, Tim Tracker, and Jackie Super Enthuse, the three big hitters out there. You're going to tell me you got invited before them on a Thursday just specifically for cast members? You're lying, and you know you are. You are lying. You pirated those houses and lied and said you were invited. That was disgusting.
You've been told, lad.
Exactly. That was disgusting. And I hope they don't invite you this year. Mr. I got invited. That's a lie. You're going to tell me you got invited before those three pioneers of this? And then Orlando Informer, the biggest one, they didn't even show any houses on their Twitter. That was wrong, dude, and you know it was. I have nothing nice to say about that guy. If you're going to pirate something, then pirate it and be honest and suffer the consequences of what's going to happen. Don't lie to your fans. Anywho.
Yes. Moving on.
Yeah. Hate that stuff. Cheers, everybody. Let's get to the food at Halloween Horror Nights 2022. We didn't get to try the Chucky booth that was closed down. Damn, what's it called? Damn hurricane. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was closed down due to the hurricane, so I didn't get to try. I can't even say the name. It's so fucked up. What was it? Chili Lee Ray? That chili they had? Chucky?
Oh, yeah.
Chili Lee Ray? I don't know. Whoever had it, please tell me if it was good. We couldn't even get to try the Good Guy Burger, which I was looking forward to.
It was such a tease, though, because the booth was open.
Was that now?
I said it was such a tease because
that I didn't understand. They had the booth, Chris. They had the booth ready and everything, but it was closed. What the hell was going on there?
Is it maybe possible because of obviously the hurricane? Maybe
it could have been, but they were grilling. That's what screwed up about it.
Yeah, I know.
They were. I heard the burgers being sizzled.
Maybe, but they possibly could have been using that for another sort of place. I guess I don't know. I'm
assuming it's.
I'm going to the loo, mates. I'll be back in a second.
Go ahead. 15-minute recess on this. Like I said, thank you guys so much for stopping us when we were at Halloween Horror Nights. You guys have been awesome, awesome fans. So start leaving some comments while Chris is busy. You guys made that trip possible. I really do believe that. You know, Mel's right here. What do you think?
I loved it. It was a good trip. I mean, I wish we could have did more, but at the same time, we didn't lose as much as a lot more people did.
Right.
So that's why that's why I think about.
Right. You know, and like I said, I mean, we're going opening night, so don't get anything twisted that we're going to be able to film those houses. Even if we could, I mean, YouTube will take it down. So, you know, like I said, if you're going to film, do it. But man, that really rubbed me the wrong way. I forgot about that.
No, I understand.
That really rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like I said, I'm not going to mention the YouTuber's name because he doesn't deserve it. But man, that rubbed me the wrong way. You sit there and lie, and you know, I got invited over all the big ones. Exactly. I'm just. It baffles my mind. It really does. If you're going to pirate the stuff, to do it. It's. The one that really got me is when he filmed in the Weekend House. That one I was like, okay, now I know this guy's stealing some shit.
Right.
I was like, you're ridiculous, dude. But then again, it's he doesn't care. That's the thing about getting signed, people. Not signed up, sponsored. You can screw up, F up, do whatever you want, and boom, I'm sponsored. I don't get it. I do not get it. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So off that, my disdain for this YouTuber. What are we doing that review? Oh, there'll be on. Like I said, we were talking about Instagram. There's going to be some more content on Instagram. We're doing a
movie
review on Instagram of Valentine's Day weekend with our good friend Pretty Little Kills. We are reviewing My Bloody Valentine's, the original. I refuse to watch the remake. We're doing My Bloody Valentine's, and leading up to Halloween Horror Nights, I think me and Chris might review a movie.
Go on then. Do you want to Pick a good one though, so don't pick a crap one.
Let me see what's confirmed. If it's Evil Dead Rising, we're doing it. Damn it, I have to go to the theaters. I hate that shit.
Yeah, but you know what? You don't have. They'll come out again. You just watch it again, don't you?
There you go.
But like a nice theater, not the one right here.
Oh no, that's ghetto.
I watch it at home. I mean theaters. I can't be bothered with that shit.
So let's talk about our speculations of 2023. 2 movies just got dropped in a matter of a week. Evil Dead Rising and Renfield. I'm saying it right. Renfield. Those 2 movies just got dropped. Remember, Evil Dead Rising was speculated to be there this year. After seeing the trailer, if it is confirmed, I would love it. Because where Hellblock was, that was supposed to be Evil Dead, supposedly. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts, everybody?
I don't know. For me, it's interesting because obviously we all like Evil Dead. We all like Bruce Campbell. We all have Ash versus Evil Dead. And we love all the sort of the lore of Evil Dead.
His fingerprints are all over this movie.
Yeah, well, he's a producer, isn't he? So hopefully it has a bit of slapstick in it because obviously Evil Dead always had a bit of slapstick comedy, didn't it, throughout? And the last one they did was a bit more horror than it was slapstick.
Yes.
It was, you know what I mean? It was more serious than it was a comedy in it. But it wasn't too bad. You and Don enjoyed it more than I did.
With Jane Levy, Mia.
Yeah, in 2013, wasn't it? And I think for me, I didn't enjoy it as much, but I think I was on my old hat where it was. I liked Evil Dead as it was, but then seeing the trailer for the new one, you could see what they're trying to sort of go forward with the movie, but still using that sort of nutty sort of evilness in it. And I quite enjoyed what I saw within the trailer. Obviously, you know what trailers can be like sometimes. They can show you the movie can be really good and then you go and watch it and it isn't as good. But I've got high hopes that, with Bruce Campbell being there as well, still. You know what I mean? Obviously, we all want to see Ash again. Ash is the mainstay of the series, but I'm interested to see where it goes.
For me, and he's admitted it. It's more horror. It's for me, from what I'm getting, this movie is going to be very dark. I'm hoping there's humor to lighten it up, and it is extremely dark. And that's kind of one of the. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I said I can get behind that. If it's done well, then you can get behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I like the remake, but again, that was extremely dark. There was no comedy whatsoever. And my opinion on remakes, how they want to approach it. Okay, I understand deviating from the original, but if there was comedy in it, please interject it. I'm not really one of these guys. I mean, from what I saw, it's extremely dark.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and the goriest one they've done yet. This is gonna be I just hope it's not gonna be a gore fest, dark movie.
Well, I don't know, because when you got the bit of the trailer and they're driving away, and I hope people have watched it before we sort of announce, have us be speaking about it. Sorry, there was a lot of blood on them. There was a lot of blood on them, and also there's a chainsaw, which you sort of tip your hat to Bruce in that way, don't you?
Yeah. But I mean, oh god, yeah, and my whole thing is, like I said, I'm just not into these remakes that are. That's one of the reasons why I hated. The hell was that? I didn't watch Friday the 13th. That remake was garbage. I refused. I saw Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. That was pure garbage because of the way they treated Freddy.
He was more of a I suppose we can use the word, can't we? He was more of a paedophile than a monster.
I did not like that. I did not like that at all. They made that movie way too dark. It's just a very dark.
Also, Albert, it's hard for people to sort of look at someone else playing Freddy Krueger than Robert Englund.
Oh yeah, it was disgusting. That's just like I have no idea why people think Kane Hodder was the original Jason when he wasn't, but that's
he did a good job. He did a good job.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he'll always be, Jason to me, just like Robert Englund will always be Freddy to me, just like Doug will always be Pinhead to me, But I will say this: speaking of Pinhead, we saw that Pinhead remake, Hellraiser reboot, right?
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Man, did she do a good job.
I think they all did a good job, if I'm honest with you.
Kudos to her. Let me have a drink here.
When horror movies get remade and they come out, and you just obviously explained two of them there in Friday the 13th and Freddy. Most of them, when they do come back and they are remade, they're not up to the same standard as were the 80s. And I know things have moved on, and I know that movies can't always be the same. But when you're remaking these, they have to be at a good level. I thought Hellraiser, as you say, Nen, I watched that with my missus, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
I loved it. I loved
it.
I want to make this
homage. They paid homage, and they did it the right way.
Sweetie, can I get another napkin, please? Yes, they did. I want to make this point perfectly clear before we move on to anything else and talk about Renfield and speculations with Halloween Horror Nights. I want to make this point perfectly clear, guys. You're always willing to have your opinion. I was already told by several people and their YouTube personalities, and some of them are really close with Universal. It could happen, but I'm letting you know this right now. Don't get your hopes up for a Scream House. It's not going to happen. Just not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. If you're thinking about going to Halloween Horror Nights, do not have it twisted that you're going to get a Scream House. I was already told by several people. It's on our Instagram by one of our good friends, another content creator. Do I love Scream? Yeah. Do I wish Scream was there? Yeah, but here's the end of the line. Not gonna happen. So I'll eventually watch the Scream movies, even though I still am disgusted in the way they treated Neve Campbell.
Yeah, I agree.
That's disgusting. They're gonna build Jenna Ortega's unfortunately gonna be the star of this thing.
You wouldn't say unfortunately, because you did a good job in Wednesday.
No. Go ahead.
You could see. Listen, I'm with you, right?
Very disgusting, distasteful the way they treated her.
But they're taking the franchise somewhere else, which is different, and it's a clean slate, I suppose, for Scream. I didn't enjoy the last one. I thought the last one was quite lackluster, and there was so many times where they could have killed off certain people, and there's a lot of plot armor with certain characters in the last Scream, and I just thought they stuck so much on the past. Obviously, I know they're bringing back people, but it was nothing for me that moved it forward. It was like, let's bring back all the originals, but let's stay to the original story per se. But yeah, that's fine. But we need something that's going to push the story on itself if you're going to make it a new franchise again.
Exactly. I understand everything they did. That's fine, but the way they treated Neve Campbell is just totally distasteful.
If they were gonna be that way, they should have just killed her off in the last one.
Exactly. Instead of doing that, which they did to her, and like I said, I refuse. I'll watch Scream, but as far as a Scream fan goes, I'm not. I love the movies, but the way they treated Neve Campbell is totally disgusting. It is what it is. When it comes to Jenna Ortega, I've got to really watch Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure they're building her up to be the next Sidney Prescott, which is ridiculous, but whatever.
Possibly.
Whatever. Well, especially now with the fame of what's it called? Wednesday, they ain't killing her off. And what they did to Neve Campbell, just
but this is the movie business, isn't it? It's very cutthroat, and things like this can happen to certain people who are mainstays of a franchise. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes. You might find, and so some films can pull it off, and some films can't. I still miss the touch of Wes Craven.
Oh yeah,
Scream was his baby, and obviously Freddy Krueger as well, but. People like that just have the knowledge for certain sort of psychological thrillers. Because I class Scream as much as people would say it's a horror. It's very psychological as well, because it's one of those one of those sort of horror movies. You know what I mean? You can look and go, people can actually do that in real life. You know what I mean? Freddy can't come in your dreams in real life. You know what I mean? Jason can't come and get you. Michael Myers can't come and get you. But Scream, when it first came out, that's very possible. Not like it can happen, but it was very psychological in that way.
Right. Speaking, okay, look, we're going to get into what was my favorite house of 2022, since you brought that up. I'm going to break this down in 3 sections: IP, original, and what I was disappointed in. I know this is going to really piss some people off, but original, intellectual property, I don't care what anyone says. I thought The Weeknd was probably my favorite house of the whole event. What would you say? Okay, what was your favorite house? No, that's original, babe. We're talking about IPs. Halloween, Weekend, and Blumhouse, and what the hell was the other one? I still don't consider the Monsters intellectual property, but that was one.
I like Weekend.
I don't care who I pissed Toot off. I love The Week. That house was. It wasn't scary. I just want people to understand something. What impressed me with that house was, he's just saying that because he's a Weekend fan. Well, first of all,
I'll give it back.
Well, not you. I'm just saying. Well, first of all, okay. Second of all, it was done perfectly. Let me put it to you like this: when you can go to a haunted house and people are outside singing the lyrics to a song, what the hell does that tell you? I knew this was going to bring in people. It did bring in people. If you were a single man, it was paradise out there for you. No one didn't have to try hard. No one didn't have to try hard. When it came to that house, no one had to try hard. And I'll leave it at that. But yeah, The Weekend was great. Original for me, Mel said Damn Man's Wharf. I love that house, but I really think Bugs Eaten Alive was better. Just for the fact that I was terrified going into that house because I had no clue what I was getting myself into. But yeah, that was some gnarly shit. And the house I was disappointed in was that I gave Pat the benefit of the doubt, but Hellblock sucked. That was the worst house I saw. It was just bad. So there you go. We have a couple more minutes before we're going to sign off, people. My predictions, this is what we're going to get into, and then we're going to call it a night. What the hell was it? For 2023, me and Chris been talking about it. One house has already been confirmed. It's going to be Chucky. I haven't seen the series yet, so I'm going to wait. What I would like to see at Halloween Horror Nights this year. Okay, let's get into this. When it comes to monsters, I really do believe Universal Monsters, the Creature of the Black Lagoon. A couple of movies without spoiling. Okay, yeah, go for it. What movies you talking about?
Yeah, give us certain movies. Obviously, you're interested in, mate.
Oh, me?
Well,
Terrifier and Terrifier 2. Terrifier is a gore fest, but still good.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I watched it with my 8-year-old. My 8-year-old was buzzing for these two films.
Terrifier 2, I haven't. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
No, I thought they're really good, really good. Considering, you class it as B movies, but I thought everything was good. Obviously, the gore was brilliant. The storyline as well, quite enjoyed it. I think the second one was just monstrous. Yeah, enjoyed them all.
That's Cece's movie right there. What's it called? Terrifier and Terrifier 2. I've seen Terrifier 1. It's a gore fest, but still good. And before I answer that, Matt, a lot of people don't know this. Terrifier was in, what's it called? In All Hallows Eve. That's how Terrifier started. Because Art was in All Hallows Eve at the end. I'm not going to say what he carved in that woman's chest, but yeah. It was pretty vulgar. What do we got here, Chris? What I'm new to?
I'm new to these kind of films. Listen, what?
And then I'm halfway through the first one. Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
keep watching it. You will. I enjoyed it. Like it was like. I mean, you read a lot of stuff. I think I read more about it before I obviously watched it. It was my 8-year-old that wanted to watch it. But as much as that sounds crazy, my kids are brought up on horror films. They're not brought up on princesses and all that sort of shite. And but yeah, I thought it was really good. What you'll find with Terrifier is it does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yep.
He's going to chop some people up. There's going to be some sort of storyline with it, which, do you know what I mean?
Chris, can I interject right there?
Yes, go ahead.
Matt, if you really want to know about art, watch All Hallows Eve, and that'll kind of give you the background of him. Because, like I said, he started off in All Hallows Eve, so that's where it starts. And then Terrifier 2 is a playing off All Hallows Eve. No problem, man.
You listen. It is what it is. It is an absolute gore fest. There is, like I say, there is a storyline there, but not as much. I think the second one. I haven't fully watched this.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't fully watched the second one, but I think they put more of a storyline in the second one than say the first one. There's more character building, should I say, in the second one than there is in the first one. But art does just what art does. Do you know what I mean? Just
oh my goodness! I can't go on Twitter without CC going loony on. Oh my God! I'm like, yo, hold on, man. This is all fucked up. It's Gorefest. Hold on here. She's going. You could ask Mel. She's going loony on there with art, right? When Terrifier 2 came out, CC was going crazy. I'm like, oh shit! All right, whoa! I'm still new to this world.
Why, you're not new to Gorefest films. I mean, it's been a long time since we had a certain film where it's kind of fuck everything else and we're going to do what we want to do. Where
it's been a while since I saw the last movie I saw that was pure gore was, oh God, what was that movie called? Peter Jackson did it. It was a horror. I think you might know. Dead Alive. There you go. That is just pure gore. It's just pure gore. Dead Alive. Peter Jackson directed that, Chris.
Peter Jackson did Dead or Alive. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm going back to Ash versus Evil Dead. That was just, Evil Dead.
Yeah, but that was no. But the thing was, it was similar to slapstick. I need some slapstick with my gore. If it's all dark and I'm gonna cut this person up and blood everywhere, it's like.
Yeah, but Evil Dead were notorious for it though. But then when the Deadites commit you, they were cheesy with the lines, but
exactly.
Intimidating but cheesy, but they told you what they're going to do to you. So
exactly,
that was it. Really.
So
I didn't mind Terrifier. No, you go ahead, mate.
I'm going to get 3 predictions out for this year for HHN, and then we're going to end this. God, from what I've heard so far, I have not heard any mention of Netflix yet. We're going to get more into that when we get some of our guests back on, like Fear and Beer, and I want to get CC on here. Apparently, there was a falling out between Universal and Netflix. If it's still going on, I don't know. Here's my rebuttal. People have asked me, do you want to see Stranger Things? Do you want to see Stranger Things? Selfishly, I would. I would love to see him. He's representing it. Selfishly, I would. Do I think they should wait till next year because it's the last season? Yes.
I think so. I do think so too.
Yes.
There's a lot of questions to be answered, isn't there? So
exactly. I think they should wait till next year to do that house. If they do a Netflix property, I will say this right now: Fear Street needs to be a house. I mean, it's been so, but like me and Chris were talking about it. It's been what
about 2 years.
2 year period.
Yeah, but you've heard nothing from it. It's been silence.
Well, how long when we first did the show? How long did they announced Haunting on Hill House? Excuse me, Haunting on Hill House. That was out since when?
That was out the year before, wasn't it? So you're looking about 3 years. But then don't forget the next one comes out this year on Netflix as well. But it's a different story, isn't it? Somewhere else.
Right. So if I really want to see a Netflix property, I want it to be Fear Street. as far as intellectual properties, other than Chucky being announced, and I already said you ain't getting no Scream. There's one thing that got brought up that my buddy did. Oh God, Horror Thrills. He brought this up, and I didn't know that this was happening. Remember when we played what's it called? Something that reminds, and this is a soft spot for me. It's okay, babe, because this is how I met Chris, and I think he knows what I'm talking about. Camp Crystal Lake is happening.
Yeah, TV show. Yeah, coming up.
TV show, and guess who owns them?
Victor, innit?
No, wait. Other than Victor, yeah, Victor Miller, because they settled the lawsuit. No, guess where it's going to be streaming on?
Peacock. Yeah.
Since we have Peacock, and last year they did old school Halloween. One of my favorite slashers. I'm wearing them right now. Jason, I'm hoping makes an appearance. I'm done if Jason's there.
You're saying about Netflix properties. You do realize Last of Us is coming out in a matter of a week.
No, that's not a Netflix property. That's HBO. I was getting to that, Chris.
You're right. Yeah, my bad. I was thinking something else.
It's okay, Chris.
Last of Us could be there.
That was supposed to be there this last year. Remember, Mel? That was supposed to be there last year, just like Evil Dead. But since the pandemic screwed that up, could it happen? Since you brought that up, I'll tell you what. And we talked about this. Again, I have to reference Horror Thrills. He brought this up. I didn't even know this. Neither did Chris. This year, Dawn of the Dead has never been at Halloween Horror Nights, celebrating 40-year anniversary. Could we see Dawn of the Dead? I'm losing it if it's the original one.
I'd love it to be the original one. I mean, I don't mind the remake. That wasn't too bad, actually. If we're going to talk about remakes that we have today, that's one of the better ones, especially with, George's, trilogy he's done. Yeah, rest in peace, George Morrow. But, again, you've got so many you can go off, like The Living Dead, Day of the Dead.
Oh, God, Day of the Dead or Night? I'm done, man. I'm going to change my opinion right now on Netflix properties. While I love Fear Street, you know what? Technically, it's not a Netflix property. You know what I think this year we should have?
Hubie Halloween. There you go.
Halloween 3. Oh, wow. Halloween 3.
No, I said a Hubie Halloween. Adam Sandler did it. Yeah, why not?
I mean, before I get to what I've said, God, what was that movie we just talked about? The Nicolas Cage. Because I could already tell you that's going to be there. That's owned by Universal. They're going to pump that hard. I really feel like that's going to be there.
Yeah, before you go into that, though, isn't it amazing to see Nicolas Cage rise to the top again? The man's been doing such, direct-to-DVD movies.
Yeah, he has.
For so long. And it's nice to see the guy that, you watched through the 90s and early 2000s to mid-2000s before he dropped off, get back on the throne again.
I really do feel that that's going to be. They were talking about Blumhouse coming back. The Exorcist is coming out.
Yes, that's in September. And don't forget Saw as well is coming out in October. With Torben Bell's coming back as well as Jigsaw. And he's frozen. Or was it that way? Yes, he's frozen there. Albert's gone. And he's not coming back. I don't go to Hollywood.
We fix this before we go.
I don't know. You've frozen. And you've gone away again. I don't go to Halloween Horror Nights. Albert does. But, regardless of things like that, Exorcist, Saw, all coming out. All Blumhouse.
Times that we're gone. Okay, I'm back. UK Chris, we're having technical difficulties. Thank you guys so much for enjoying the art of partying. Have a safe Sunday.
And he's run off. He's gone. Hey, listen, everyone. Thanks very much for tuning in to our partying. I'm sure we'll be back in a month or so. Did Albert say 1 month a show, isn't it? So thank you very much for comments as well. It would be nice to have a bit of comments. Thank you very much for everything. Take care. See you next month.
Oh God. Okay, here we go. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call this right now. There were some technical difficulties with us, so this is right now. We're gonna call it. Thank you guys so much. We will be back soon. Well, we'll be back next month. Everyone have a good time. Hold on, Matt. Let me get you up there. Thank you guys so much. We had a technical God damn this thing. Technical difficulties. This is it. Thank you guys so much. What a way to come back. 2023 started off with a bang. Oh, I got UK Chris coming back. Yeah, there were some technical difficulties. We're just going to call it. This is all fucked up. We're going to start the other party.
This is the way it is when it's live, man. This is what happens when it's live.
You know what? I hate to say this, but I would not enjoy it anymore. So thank you guys so much. Wow, what a way to come back to the art of partying. We will be back next month. Cheers, thank yous. I'm getting out of here. This thing's all screwed up.